Okay, when I say the word Rochester to you, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Anything.
Schools. Downtown. The Civic Center.
All like the trails and parks that we have in the city.
The Corn Tower. Burgers.
Burgers? Why?
Because it's one of my favorite foods.
I love that. And you grew up here. I love that.
Probably Mayo.
Mayo?
Mayo Clinic.
Mayo Clinic. There you go. I think it's probably you and the rest of the world. What's one thing you like about Rochester?
I like that it's like big, but not like too big.
Probably the friendly people.
People. Like, I don't know, everyone's just kind of nice. So
It's boring, but it's a good place to live in.
Boring, but a good place to live in. I'm not sure we should put that on the entry sign into the city, but you heard it here first. So what's one thing you would change about Rochester?
I'd probably want more like things for like teenagers to do.
I would like to see maybe some more activities for the young people, for the high schoolers. Like, we've got Velocity, but what else, you know?
I think we could probably put more gardens.
So like green space, parks, more green space. I love it. You want to run for mayor of Rochester? What is one thing that will be different about Rochester in 20 years?
Probably the environment. Like,
Better, worse?
better. Yeah. I think gas stations would change. Like, they might be like closer to electric.
Well, there's gonna be a lot more people than there already is. They're gonna keep making more banks because that's all they make.
There are kind of a lot of banks, aren't there?
They keep making banks.
Do you think there's any chance that you will live in Rochester as an adult?
Probably. I want to work at Mayo.
You want to work at Mayo, and what do you want to do at Mayo?
Probably be like a doctor or like an ENT doctor.
Okay, the recruiting office at Mayo Clinic. What do adults who don't have kids in Rochester schools need to know about Rochester schools?
I think our teachers are some of the best people I've ever met. They're really nice and super kind and always looking out for the kids here.
That's pretty friendly here. Always welcome for new people.
Well, it's really exciting. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's all these sports, activities, clubs, and it's always like new learning, new experiences going on, new people to meet.
Are there more younger people or older people in Rochester?
Older people.
Older people.
Older.
Older.
I gotta say older people. I always see like parents everywhere. There's always a parent somewhere.
Older people in Rochester.
Older.
Most people think older. It's pretty interesting. 15% of Rochester citizens are 65 or older, but 24.2% are 18 or younger, so you're winning.
Nice.
What percentage of Rochester citizens have graduated from high school, do you think?
80%.
75%.
60%? 60%?
30%.
I have to say, I was stunned. It's 94.4%. Most everybody actually has. How many people do you think live in Rochester?
A lot.
Oh, it's like 120,000.
120,000.
Boom! 122,000. It just went up a little bit. You're paying attention. I love it. How long do you think it takes the average person in Rochester to travel to work? How many minutes does it take them to drive to work?
Maybe about like 15, 20 minutes. Depends on where they work.
Pretty good. It actually is 17.2 minutes, so you're like right in the right space.
Nice.
If Rochester had an animal that was going to be the city animal, what animal would you pick?
A wolf. Dogs. Everybody has dogs.
Pandas or koalas?
My first answer would be a goose, but I want to go bigger. Like a golden retriever. It's just great.
Golden retriever. I like it.
The geese.
The geese. That's a good one. Why geese? Because there's so many?
Yeah, they're just kind of everywhere.
Yeah, and they leave little presents for us everywhere. That's pretty awesome. So, last question. If Rochester was gonna select a city animal, like an animal to represent the city, what animal should Rochester choose?
A hamster.
Hamster.
Yeah, because they're small, because Rochester's kind of small, and it's also big.
to like little smaller creatures, like to like the little children.
The hamster of Rochester. Anything else we should know about Rochester that comes to your head?
We got a pretty cool corn tower.
The Corn Tower is definitely an iconic thing, especially for young people in Rochester. I asked somebody if they would replace it with something, and they said it would need to be something medical, like about Mayo, but we couldn't think of anything. Does anything come to your mind?
I mean, corn.
Like a big tongue depressor? You could like have that. That would be, you could replace the Corn Tower with like a tongue depressor. I don't know. One day somebody probably looked up and said, hey, let's put up a corn tower. And everybody said, that's a dumb idea. But then they built the corn tower. And now you guys are all saying the corn tower is Rochester. So somebody has to be like brave enough to put up the tongue depressor. All right, you heard it here first. Thank you.